Hello and welcome back to Esoteric Ebb. It is time for us to go back into the city below and back into exploring for the man in yellow. So that's what we're going to do. There were no session note updates, but didn't really expect they'd have one for a giant crocodile. Anyway, anything I can do with this now? Oh, it looks... oh no, still nothing I can do with this, huh? Okay, well, let's head this way and explore down this part of it. Okay. Well, this seems like it might be something. What is this? A massive statue of a minotaur. The door closes behind you. Well, that's not good. Your companion lets out an audible gulp. Zeldeba. Bridzola Shani Patio Sani Sulistvis. Bad room, old trial chamber. Bit late for that now, isn't it? Sorry, Meek is sorry. Meek did not think Master would step into scary bright room. Snell, why did you let me go into this obviously terrifying chamber? It's... His face grows red from anger or the lighting. You're the cleric here. The words change tone and intensify, mimicking your own way of speech. Who have stepped into the 5th chamber of trials. This will be your final and most mounting challenge yet, O champions of the host. If outside again you wish to see, answer me these questions 3, an answer of which I shall judge fairly upon thine soul. Who will take the first step? You will. You entered this mess and now you will handle it. You must take the first step to answer 3 questions to finish the 5th trial. What a conundruming riddle. What happens if I say the wrong answer? You will be cast into eternal peril. Do I have to answer all 5 questions correctly? 3 questions. 3 questions. 3 questions. 3. Okay, I got it. Do I have to answer all 3 questions correctly? Answer me questions 3, the answer of which I shall judge fairly upon thine soul. Wait, are you a sentient type trial guardian or are you more of the magic mouth type? Who will take the first step? The statue obviously has a magic mouth spell cast on it. It is programmed to react to certain types of inquiries in the speaker's original tongue. Do not think about it too much. Answering the questions in a straight manner will do just fine with this barbaric setup. Can my goblin sidekick help out? The other will not interfere or the trial is failed. The other will have a turn of their own. So really it's 6 questions. 3 questions. Times 2? 3 questions. 6 questions. Got it. You go ahead, Cleric. The light lands upon you. First question. What is your name? That's easy, it's the Cleric. Whoa, deja vu! Not this again. My name is... The light intensifies. Say Ragan. What if that's not the answer? Wouldn't it be funny if I said something completely unexpected here and it turned out to be the correct answer? No. Fine. Simply state your name. My name is Ragan. The light blinds you for a moment and you feel the chamber shake. What is your quest? Dissolve the mystery of the tea shop that blew up. Again, the eyes of the cow glare into a fiery beam. What is your greatest fear? I guess to be abandoned? For the 3rd time you feel that rumble, along with the hot gaze of the Minotaur. Then it turns to your companion. The chosen will be... you. Snell in response gives off a shocked scoff. It's easy. Yeah, that was pretty stupid. All of that build up for nothing. At least the cows know how to put on a show. The goblin stands up straight, facing the light. Go ahead, Guardian, ask your questions. What is your name? My name is Snell. He enunciates perfectly. The eyes of the statue grow stronger once more. What is your quest? My quest is... Be quiet and hope the goblin doesn't fuck this up. My quest is to serve Lady Sageleaf. Again it rumbles, and you get to the crescendo of that final third question. Snell looks confident. What is the scholarly definition of humanism? His face drops. Panic. Does he not know? It is the rule of gods. What is the scholarly definition of humanism? That depends. Arcane Era scholarly definition or Divine Era scholarly definition? If you had gotten this question, you probably would have short-circuited that magic mouth. The Arcane Era? Humanism is the governmental rule of divine dictatorship. It's quite terrible. Okay. I'm gonna squat down and stare at the goblin as the light grows more intense. Okay. I didn't expect us to actually squat. He looks around, shrugging wildly. I'm gonna glare at him. Aye, he hisses. I'm gonna attempt to show Snell what numenism means. The goblin has his eyes fixed on you as you hold up your hands. I'm gonna pretend to pray, then pretend to be a big strong earth, then pretend to show how people congregate into cultural units underneath God Kings during the Divine Era. Go. His eyes are full of panic as you spend precious seconds waving your hands around. But just to be clear, your miming here is on point. Unfortunately. He opens his mouth to speak, still staring at you dumbfounded. What the fuck are you doing? Oh. Oh. Beneath you, a sea of spikes. Oh. No. Microseconds, that's what you've got. But somehow you do manage to sprawl out with your hands landing on rough stone and your feet. Well, let's just say, you're in a bit of a shitty position right now. Do not move. You want me to stay like this? Just a bit longer. The goblin attempts to take a step down your lower back. Your feet slip an inch. Whoa. Yeah, shit. Your entire body is quaking. You cannot hold this for long. Okay, new plan. Cast Spider Climb. I don't have Spider Climb prepared. You don't have Spider Climb prepared? Why would I have Spider Climb prepared? I don't know, why would you? I actually can't think of a single useful situation for it. You did used to have Spider Climb in your spellbook before the river took your collection. Alas, you will have to do this the brutish way. Stop this bickering. It is time to act. Take responsibility for the safety of this party. Climb. Hold out. Let him climb off. No, I shall climb my way to safety. Both of them were a failure, and I had disadvantage. You shift your weight, your right hand moves an inch, then your left foot slips. Cleric, I'm gonna catch myself barely. But now you're stuck, muscles locked, unable to move forward or back. Yet you're halfway there, you know it. Your arms are shaking. Keep going, you can do this. I'm gonna crab crawl my way to safety. Nope, that's a success actually, never mind. 1 inch at a time. Your palms scrape against the rough stone. Your boots find purchase on the opposite wall. You're doing this. The goblin clings to your back like a terrified cat. Push further. Every muscle in your body screams. But you do not stop. You cannot stop. Just a bit further. Hand, foot, hand, foot. The edge of the pit grows closer. You got this. Or you got it. Climb up on the side. The voice starts up again as you do. You were brave the pit of wrong answers. Breathe and stand. Wobbly but firm. You stand. Step forth and claim your prize, the plundered eye. I hate this place so much, your companion mutters to himself. Again, just to reiterate, Snell says across the gap, this place is somewhat dangerous. Divine rule, numenism is when walking gods rule. Well, I don't know that. Why would I know that? It's basic political theory. The goblin gives you a frustrated but ultimately relieved sigh. The statue is now silent and you hear an esoteric boom coming from the drawer between its legs. Well done, the Minotaur's riddles are properly conquered. They were not riddles. How morose. Okay, let's see what the treasure is. Alright, let's check it out. Between the legs of the beast, we have an incense bowl. Recover a first level spell slot every 3rd hour. Okay. And then Jacinth, which raises your strength and lowers your intelligence. Oh, okay. Oh, talking of strength, I've been told something. But let's start with this first. Jacinth. A red gemstone. It's pretty and probably very expensive. Once this whole election business is over, you can either sell it on the black market or turn it in at the tower for a reward. Neither would net you a fortune, but maybe a fraction of a fortune? Just want to see if we had anything in here I want to get. I could get rid of the Amulet of Annihilation, I suppose. But that means I would be taking... Well, I'd effectively... Yeah, I'd be taking 1 point of intelligence off. But I'd also lose a con as well. Yeah, we could do that. And our strength wouldn't actually go up, that's the other thing. However, I've been told that this is a helmet slot. This slot up here. Apparently because I'm so strong I can wear 2 helmets. Let's see. Is that the case? Yes. I see, and this is the helmet that you actually see. It must be the same for weapons as well, so if I swap those around... Nope, never mind. I thought these might be the ones that you can actually see, but I have no idea. They must be related to stats or something. But anyway, we now have a second one on, which now raises our charisma even further and lowers our dexterity even further. We're down to a 4 dexterity, along for a 2 wisdom. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, quick save, and let's go. Damn, adventurers, something. I missed it. Unfortunate fellow. Piece of paper. -2 strength and some dex. Let's engage first. A skeleton lies crumpled against the wall. Human. Male. Dead for months, maybe longer. His armor has been stripped away. Someone looted the corpse, or something. Ah, sad sight. These tunnels eat people. Consumed by rock in what was once ceiling. Examine the body. You kneel down to inspect the skeleton. No broken bones. He didn't die from violence. Leave the body. Okay, I've taken the piece of paper. Some kind of adventuring log. Alright. You look at the wrinkled piece of paper. It contains half-legible, or its content half-legible through grime and stains. An adventuring log. Highly uninteresting. I'm going to read it. You squint at the faded text. Most of it is mundane, supply lists, coordinates, complaints, but at the bottom something different. Passage written in another hand. Older, more deliberate. Read the passage. The text shifts into formal script. Dominus Noster mox. Redibit posterior. Eas insidiantur. Magnus Thesaurus Esuthi intra muros sedis. Amisse, Iaset sub pedibus proditorum. Spiritum filii ias primogeniti inveni et cum et io locutus sum. So this is Latin, obviously. So this is something... So locutus is like speaker or something like that. The first inveni. Could it be like is Veni like I saw a first sight and something of speaker? Yeah, okay, I'm not getting anything. Anyway, Ossa eas captiva in illis arcanis ullis tenitur presentia spursae ducis goblinorum stabilita. Quam deo il terram illum tenent, or tenet, divine relique eas non movuntur sed ingressum obsignavi. Solum vero sectatore appetir. Okay. Well, I can always just use comprehend languages, but I'm going to try this first. It's a pass! The translation forms in your mind from what you remember from your days of tower courses. Our master will soon return, his descendants lay in wait. The great trove of Isuth sits within the walls of the lost sea under the feet of the traitors. I found and spoken for the spirits of his firstborn son. Primogenity must be firstborn. And Lakotis is spoken. Yeah, so found, so that must be, yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what we're getting here, but anyway, that must be that one. His bones are caught in those arcane halls, kept stable by presence of a filthy goblin chiefess. As long as she holds that ground, his divine remnants will not move, but I have sealed the entrance. It will only open for a true follower. Hail Isuth, may fire sweep the coast. A dragon cultist wrote this. These adventurers were hunting for them. Dragon cultists, always so dramatic. Worshipping dead gods tends to make people theatrical. So there's a dragon cultist thing that's being protected. Oh, we've been here before. That's being protected by Lady Sageleaf. Okay, so we have now connected back to where we were at one point. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, we've been everywhere in that direction other than the temple. Unless we're implying that it was the other direction. The crocodile was meant to tell us that they went past the temple. Let's go this way. Okay. Quick save. In here. What's this book? Strange book. Okay. At the end of this hallway, in an alcove like any other, you see a book. It sits on a thin ledge. It does not have anything on the cover. This is creepy. Agreed. Don't write your name in there or anything. Heard about a guy that found a book once up in Muletown. On the cover it said famous people, inside was just a list of, well, famous people, historical figures or whatever. So this guy thought it'd be funny to scribble his own name among them. And poof, he turned into feathers, like a big collection of pure black feathers, started floating away in the wind down the river. It was all everyone could talk about for weeks. You're not making this any less creepy, Snell. He gives you a chuckle. I know. The goblin frowns, looking up at the ceiling. Can't seem to remember the guy's name, though. Anyway, what were you doing? Open the book. Open it and enter a book name. Oh, we've already done this for this one. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Down here. Okay, so now we have a choice, because I was going right at all opportunities, but then I entered the place where I was going left at all opportunities. I guess I'm going to go left. Okay. Paw prints. One on each side. There are 2 faint paw prints here, one on each side of the hallway. I think traps like these are my least favourite part of the job. How can you tell the hallway is trapped? He gives you a look. It's a trap, Cleric. Should I touch one of them? It cannot hurt, but this is... it is but the mark that a cat has left upon this wall. It cannot hurt you. Hey Snell, what are your thoughts on these paw prints? I feel like it'd be very silly behaviour to go around touching paw prints in the city below. But honestly, considering the strange traps I've heard of, it wouldn't surprise me if this were some bullshit puzzle. A puzzle? I love those. Could it be something like, we have to press both of them at the same time and that somehow deactivates the trap for a while? It's worth a try. I suppose. What's the worst that could happen apart from being polymorphed into a rust monster or something? Being a man means taking risks. Let's do it. I heard men live shorter lives than women on average. Might be why. Courage in the face of danger is the sign of true masculinity. You get into position and look over to your companion at the left paw. He reaches up to it after a moment of hesitation. Ooh, yeah, this is magical. But nothing more than that, he says, and puts his whole weight on it. Try pressing yours. Just two fellas pressing the wall. Press it with intense masculine power. Okay. Clunk. The goblin jumps back. A deep groan from the walls. Did it do something? The fuck is that ticking noise? Look around. Esoteric vibes. Your body tingles. As you peer into the hallway, you see something appear on the wall. Is that writing? At the entrance, a whirling mess of faint light forms a stable shape. Intrad en par e probeos. What a sexy tongue. It's some kind of eldritch language. How horrifying. I think it's Spanish. What? No, that's just cat speech. I can read this, kind of. You can? Yeah, hold on. He stares at the text and mumbles to himself. It says, enter as a pair and be probed? I don't want to be probed. No, wait. He snaps his fingers. It's a test. Enter the hallway in a pair and be tested. I'm ready. What? Are you? The goblin takes a deep breath through its clenched fangs. Okay, yeah. On 3, 2, 1. Wait, on 3 or 0? The goblin stops himself from stepping into the hallway in the last second. Now. Okay. The two of you step forward, in hesitant unison. Stern heart beating fast. How far are we going to? Shit, stop. The text. You both stop halfway, looking at the magical lettering on the wall. Al son divino la puerta si abrirá? Maybe. Starting to think it might be Italian. Anyway. It'll be some kind of romance language. Anyway. Oh god, your companion mutters. You're too far away to make use of your comprehend languages. The goblin is your only shot. You can read it, right? It's not like I took formal lessons, I've just picked up a few words here and there. A clicking sound starts to echo out into the hallway. Tick, 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 tick. Gods be damned. Okay, hold on, I got this. Tick. Al son deo vino, that's a divine song. Tick. Puerta is a door. Tick. Listen to the divine song and a door will open. Your doom is near. Okay, cool. Yeah, very cool. He glanced around the hallway erratically. The ticking is kind of a song, a rhythm at least. That ticking. Tick, tick. Ooh, it's kind of catchy. You're clearly supposed to move forward in rhythm with the song, but without knowing it innately, it would be incredibly difficult to follow it. It would, eh? Pray to Earth. Is that what we do here? Or do I follow my instinct? I'm gonna pray to Earth. Your thoughts focus on divinity, that unreachable goal, one you will never attain since you'll die here, by fire in this ancient trap. I pressed a fist against my chest, my people, my sons. Cleric, are you praying? Tick. You who trusted in me, I am your keeper as you are mine. In times of fear, we... Tick. You realize as the ticking enters your body is the same rhythm as the prayer. What? How? Why? Who knows, but never mind reason, it is time to act. The ticking is the river chant. It's the river chant. I'm sorry? The ticking, it's the river chant, you know it? The prayer? I've heard it, but... Oh. He nods. Oh, okay, I get it. The goblin has no idea why you're saying what you're saying, but he follows either way. What are we doing? Follow my lead. Okay. Count down from 3 and step forward on 0. Tap, tap, tick, tick. The rhythm lives in your soul. It must have been passed down. It lives inside your joints. The power it wields over you is indescribable. You've repeated this prayer, this chant, this unity and enlightenment, for reasoning and meaning. Take a step forward alongside Snell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. The goblin keeps up, each step forward made with trembling adrenaline-fueled fear. Breathing, fluids coming up, kept down. take those final steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, he mouths as he joins you in those final steps. 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. He takes a deep breath. We're out. Oh gods be good, we're out. The gods favor us, Snell, and I'll enjoy being out of the fire trap. Cleric, look, he mutters and points to the wall once more. Another line of shifting magical text appears. Passad libres por andato celestial. Well, so that's for celestial mandate? Not sure what the first part is, though. It says we can pass liberally by celestial mandate? Oh, okay. By, not for. Okay. Hells yeah, we can. Well. Liberally, that sounds like free strider bullshit. First of all, every liberty doesn't automatically conflate with free striders. Secondly, I got it wrong. It says it's pass freely, I think. So I guess we can come and go as we please? Hey, are you okay? Yes. Of course I'm going to lie. It would be manly to lie. Your companion lets out a small laugh. The type of laugh you only get after winning against impossible odds. I'll be honest, he mutters, slumping down to the hall a bit further down the hallway. That was worse than a mass torsion. Mass torsion, an infamous spell that causes all testicles around to twist, turn, and clench. It's horrifying. It's horrific. I'm going to take a few more steps away from the hallway of doom. The goblin's gaze flits around, dancing from tile to tile. Oh yeah, he wants to sit down. Finally, Snell seems to find himself more at ease. He lets out an exasperated sigh. I need a goddamn breather. Is it safe to stay here? He looks around. It's cool. Considering the fire, I don't think any roaming monsters will lurk this way, so sitting down for 10 minutes won't be a problem. Okay. I'll join you. With a groan, the goblin notices some soot on his jacket. He brushes it off. It isn't exactly my first trap. We usually hire third parties to disable them. You ever hire any clerics? Nah, not during my time. He chuckles. You guys aren't exactly available for underground chicanery these days. Rooting around in his pouch, Snell finds a tiny green sphere. He smacks it up against the ground and it begins to flutter up into the air. What kind of globe is that? An essence kind. Sadly, it's my last one. Then the goblin leans back against the dungeon wall, making sure to check for any trap mechanism beforehand. Look, I mainly work in upper and lower Tolstad. The city below is not my responsibility, usually. So apologies if I don't have these magically shifting tunnels memorized like some veteran adventurer. And I apologize for not manifesting a divine intervention. Yeah, you should work on that. You've heard the city below changes from time to time, but most people believe it to be a myth. The old guard used to deal with the tunnels all the time, but since Earth's death, that work has been entirely regulated to the three goblin tribes. It's sad we clerics don't get to delve these days. Don't want to leave all the fun to you goblins. I'm not sure I'd describe this hellhole as fun, but just for future reference. This place is real close to the garden, right? Sure. Wasn't here a couple of months ago. Between the garden and the water lane sewers, I'm 100% sure there was a slanted hallway full of frozen spikes. We boarded them up as well as we could at the time. Boarding up. That lasted only a couple of hours. It moves around? Yeah, it moved around. All this shit does. The esoteric madness down here was mostly managed after the conquest, but it still rises at times in spurts of violence and esoteric randomness. That's insane. I figured all the shifting calmed down after the conquest. It didn't, or I mean, from what I understand, your dead god and his paladins used to keep things clean, but nowadays it's getting weirder by the day. But hey, now you're here, you can take on this esoteric bullshit, right? Do well and I'll buy you a beer, deal? I don't drink, Snell. Oh shit, I keep forgetting that you're like an actual cleric. No alcohol at all, eh? Remember the words, intoxicants are the work of evil and chaos. As clerics we must. Of course, intoxicants are the work of... Of course not. Intoxicants are the work of evil and chaos. As clerics we must abstain to maintain our fight against discord. Plus, we cannot cloud our minds. We must remain vigilant, and so we can fulfill our sacred quests and make people... and make sound judgments upon our people. Yeah. He waves a claw, clearly not listening. But trust me, the city below is very esoteric. I'm gonna nod, somewhat. It's also really fucked up, which explains why your beloved city would give up the property rights to a bunch of goblins, huh? He laughs. And these last couple of years there's been more and more Reedsian scholars going delving to study it. The old lady doesn't let them in on her turf, of course. Chasing them away is one of my many jobs. Politely, of course, I'm not some syndicate gangster. But the other tribes are more accepting, for a ton of coin, of course. What is your job exactly? I'm a runner and a handler of the HWBT. I'm gonna look at him until he tells me what he does. He crosses his arms. I do a ton of stuff, okay? I run errands for the old lady, anything she needs. Also make sure operations run smoothly. Everything from the apartment rentals to the CBS. That's shorthand for the city below security. Anything the old lady needs, I do. Sir Custodian? No, that's... You see his face contort into a painful expression. Gods be damned, Custodian might actually not be that far off. My job mostly just consists of talking to people, Cleric, like we're doing right now. A lot of talking, a lot of running around. Takes a deep breath. Exactly what we're doing right now, just without the light dungeoneering. Nice work, by the way, with the trap. Don't mention it. My cat speech isn't the greatest, so I'm not sure what I expected, but we're alive, and that's all that counts. You okay, by the way? No serious burns? No need to visit a healer or anything? No, there is no need for such weakling behavior. Healers are for pussies. I'll die at the age of 40, like a man. Great, real stoic, very samurai-esque. Why do I feel the need to mention abjuration magic? An ego thing. You wish to wield your knowledge over the goblin to prove your superiority. Or you simply wish to share something with them, something you care about. Yeah, real bone into pavement grinders don't need abjuration magic. He scratches his chin. That's the Protect Tomato one, right? Ah yes, the old tomato reference guide. They use it at schools to teach the differences between the esoteric categories. You are hungry. Oh, okay. So this was what I was talking about ages ago with the wisdom intelligence thing that I was suggesting that they'd reference, like the tomato in a salad thing. This is obviously an expanded bit of it. You know about the tomato cheat sheet? He smirks. Everyone knows about the tomato cheat sheet. He is proud. But wait, is all healing magic abjuration? Because that's the one that protects, right? A shield is protection, but healing sounds more of a post-protection thing to me. Well... He watches as you clear your throat and holds up 8 fingers. The esoteric nature of magic on our coast depends entirely on the original parameters set in place by Jor, while we know little about him due to his death in the Gate War. Right, the Gate War. But those parameters are, like most magic on the coast, based fundamentally on a fundamentally fluid definition. Jor created a ley line network known as the strings, which are unstable in certain regions, and especially the further away from the coast you get, thus this leads to esoteric events. The goblin's expression drops as he realizes what he's gotten himself into. And how is this connected with healing magic? Don't interrupt me. Whoa, where did that ego swell up from? Can I continue? He gestures for you to do so. So depending on where you are in the world, magic changes, and with the multiple and volatile nature of strings, many wizards and clerics and druids have created entirely new ways of handling esoteric powers over the years, especially during the arcane era, but the 8 schools of magic have stayed the same, just like the 8 apprentices of Jor. Each focuses on a hard set theme. For examples, abjuration is protection, negation, and cleansing. Necromancy is soul manipulation, undeath, and life. Evocation is energy manipulation, whether kinetic or spiritual. And finally, transmutation is the changing of any state as long as it is physical. He stares at you. Each of these 4 schools has been known to feature healing magic, even the same ones, with the same components and rituals. Ah, so it's not that hard set then. The schools are set, but the spells are modifiable, just like you can create new spells. Arguably, a Cure Wounds cast by an Evoker will be technically an entirely different spell than one cast by a Necromancer, but in practice they are the same. That's actually quite interesting. What the hell? Thus, my Cure Wounds functions by essentially warding off all negative energy, negating it, allowing the positive energy remaining to focus up on the wound, which is obviously the best way to heal since the pure positive energy cannot be easily complicated by dark forces, rot, or even pain. Necromancy, in comparison, is not nearly as nice to be healed by. Oh, what about transmutation and evocation? Evocation isn't so bad, it's just another less efficient way of channeling positive energy. Transmutation, though, that's just like mangling the body back together. Painful as all hell and horror to witness. Oh gods. Like the flesh just gets back together? And the bones unsnap is awful, very efficient but extremely painful. Yeah, nice. That's very nice, Cleric. Thanks for explaining it. You don't want to hear more and explain various theories on why Jorah's strings still function even after his death? I'm cool, but thanks. The goblin gives you a thumbs up. So remind me, what's our goal down here? Our missing witness. Frank, son of Frank. We know he went down here. But lucky Moongor saw him, even if she did let him pass with that magic. So he could have left to the south caverns, but those are some deep holes. My guess is he entered this area, right here, probably through the sewers. He clears his throat. Or you find that missing paladin I've been reading about, Lord Gorham. You think he went down here? Actually, there were some scandalous comments about him in the papers last week. Ah, yeah, about him being outed from the party, right? Look, I think they just couldn't have a missing paladin on a ticket, you know? Don't read too much into it. You think he went down here? Honestly, I'd say so. A paladin looking to relive the glory days? I could see that. Dungeoneering for dangerous monsters, getting loot. Dying in some inglorious trap? He gestures towards the fire hallway. Inglorious, that's a term used in dungeoneering magazines. You think Mr. Gorham would survive that on his own? You seen him? A few times over the last year, coming and going. Never talked to him. Ain't seen the type to talk with goblins, you know? You think he's alive? No way. Doesn't matter how big a paladin he is, you go down solo into the city below and then you go missing for months. Guy's gone, no doubt. No, he's alive, I know it. Alright, in your bones. What do I know? He shrugs. You're the cleric. You're starting to get it. I am the cleric. You sure are. I've been meaning to ask, but what can you tell me about Lady Sageleaf? What's there to say? She did the impossible, actually uniting the rowdy Halfways tribe. Before her, they were close to being kicked out of the city. Really? Damn right. That was before my time, of course. We had problems with our old council structure. He leans in and whispers to you. The council didn't get along. Not long? So she's a dictator? Yeah, in a sense. In a sense? Look, I'm all for democracy and modern liberal thought. He points two thumbs at himself. Hell, I even used to be a registered freestrider. I don't believe in direct democracy. Bureaucracy is a curse spawned from the Arcanist bungholes. The goblin is rarely correct, but this time he's touching upon truth. The Arcanists did fall apart once they stopped relying on ruthless magiocracy and meritocracy. Their infamous bureaucracy was a symptom of that disease. He gives you a tired look and clicks his tongue. Sometimes you do need a strong, wise leader to unite people. I agree, Earth did the same for my folk. He pauses, looks away for a bit and then groans. Yeah, I suppose. But I don't think you want to make that comparison in front of her, or me for that. The important part is that the leader, A, remains wise and B, did not leave power to the corrupted idiots. Which in the old lady's case, she's remained wise. I see no signs of that changing anytime soon. Yes, right, like Earth, he managed not to be corrupted. The goblin shrugs. I can't give you an objective truth, sadly. I know Miska Sageleaf. She is a great leader and I'm proud to serve her. No leader rules forever. What about her succession? He looks at his claws. It's complicated. In the case of her passing, she will leave power to the old but slightly reformed council structure. I'd be on that council, for example. I'm one of the designated elders. Sounds like she's of the same mindset as most dictators. I'll be in charge forever. So if she died, you get more power, eh? More power? He laughs. More responsibility, I'd hate that. Lady Sageleaf has been around for over 30 years. She's going to be around a hell of a lot longer, too. Right now, we have more pressing things to worry about. Does she have a consort of some sort? Why, you interested? He laughs. Are you? He stops laughing. No. He does not look worried. Cleric, I'm devoted to my service. Lady Sageleaf is one of the greatest goblins who's ever lived. She has no need for consorts. He clearly sees her as more than a god, as more god than a master. And also he's clearly got the hots for her. Hehe. I'm guessing you enjoy working for her then? I do, Cleric. It's good. How long have you been working for her? The goblin mutters to himself and looks off into the distance. I guess it's been almost 10 years. Damn, I've only been a cleric for. As you pause, he raises his eyebrows. I meant to say I've been the cleric for about 5 years now. He chuckles and stretches a bit. Time takes us all. Time takes us all, a classic line from the play Tysius about a merman who decides to swim around the coast. It is considered bigoted by some, but it does not portray merfolk culture in any semblance of accuracy. But man, is it funny. Very interesting, anyway. What about you, Cleric? What do you think about the old lady? Let's see, to be honest or to be flattering? The goblin probably does not care too much of your opinion either way, but it can be used against you. The chiefdom is a pain, but she does serve her people well. That is admirable. Let's say she appears to be a great leader for your people. He scoffs. And what do you really think? No, really, I admire her strength, truly. Alright, didn't expect that. Not many tall folk tend to view her in that light, as I'm sure you can imagine. Sure. She can have that effect on people. For some strange reason, tall folk don't tend to enjoy being talked down to by goblins, nor women, especially goblin women. Look, it doesn't really matter, but as an elder in the tribe, I can tell you, as a representative of the city, Lady Sageleaf is a force of good in Norvik. I can promise you that. The goblin rubs his eyes. You know, it's... I'm gonna gesture towards him. It's good to see this. Seeing what? Positive interaction imminent. It's good to see a goblin adjusting to Norvikian life. Your companion instinctively scoffs at your word as your words echo down the hallway, followed by a judgmental frown. I didn't have much of a choice, did I? Soft spot. You ever meet him? Him. Who? Earth. The goblin, asking about your god, he must be growing interested in religion, having witnessed your example. Ooh, how interesting to see him broach such a topic. He will surely focus in on the genocide. No, Snell. Earth faded before I was born. Snell nods. First generation post-Earth, eh? The first human tested by faith and faith alone. Regard the idea of Earth, we will continue this duty. Duty. He tastes the word as he leans back against the wall. I always hated Earth. What? Excuse me? He scratches his nose. I grew up being told to be grateful, but let me ask you this, Cleric. If you were the last of your kind, one of maybe 8,000 or 9,000 humans left in the world, and you were just told to be grateful to be alive, just because the same monster that destroyed your entire culture also decided to let you live for some reason, would you be grateful? Is this about the conquest? Did Earth kill many goblins then? Are you talking about the conquest? He lets out a mocking laugh. Yeah, I am. You know the goblin genocide, like those scholars tend to call it? There aren't many humans left in the world either, Snell. Sure. The goblin looks at you for a moment, then nods. What is it, like 80% wiped out during the Coast War, 90? I read about it. Sounds terrible. I wasn't there, of course, nor were my ancestors. My people all left before the worst of it. Yeah, still. Takes a deep breath. I suppose you could view the Arcanists as a sort of outside force that caused the whole thing. We know damn well they were human too. Men caused their own oblivion. Let's say that's a shallow way to look at it. I think it comes down to what we've got today then. You have a city at least. We didn't even get to keep our language. But whatever, I guess I should just be grateful. Grateful. The goblin stares at you. Should you be grateful? It is a hard question. A man should not simply lie down and take whatever subjugation arrives at the hands of a tyrant, but sometimes a man also has to make difficult decisions to protect those he loves. The goblin wants you to tell him that you'd share his anger, obviously. If your people fell, then they did not have the power to live. It is simple as that. It should not lead to gratefulness, it should lead to apprehension. Let's see. Should not lay down and take whatever subjugation arrives in the hands of a tyrant. Has to make difficult decisions to protect those he loves. Be grateful, would hate the monster who destroyed my people, I'd be confused, I'd be careful. Don't know what I feel, it'd be the death of a soul. I don't care, there's something for the goblins to think about. Let's say, I don't know what I would feel, it would be the death of a soul. I think that kind of fits us here. A collective soul of sorts. Snell clicks his tongue and gets up. Every goblin asks themselves that question, to be a cran or not to be a cran. We all got different answers, what to do when the past is erased. He groans and shakes his legs a bit. Some focus on building something, culturally or politically. Some try to get rich in this new free-strider world. Some of us, we... His voice trails off as he stares back into the fiery hallway. You hate Earth. The goblin nods. A little bit of hate, yeah. Afterwards, I only do one thing, Cleric. I serve Lady Sageleaf. He turns back to you, his expression calm, collected. That's enough for me. His hatred stems from the bloodied hills of Verdun, a generational wound. A wound festering due to the lack of understanding of the historical reality of our two people. Humans and goblins could not coexist. Earth made that possible. That does not mean Snell is wrong to feel this way, but you must show him the truth, that Earth's teachings are not for the brute of the chopping block, but for the man who knows when to keep his blade sheathed. A piece of fear, a piece of envy, some bred, some crafted. The goblin is conscious of all, his mind racing across interconnected layers of society. His stomach sends a message to you. Who am I? That could have gone worse, but yeah, probably smart not to talk about genocide with a guy whose entire culture was erased like, what, 50 years ago? Oh wait, shit, it's literally the 50th anniversary of that year, that's crazy! Anyway, don't mention that or any of this again, he'll probably be happiest if you just listen and take it like a good little Galista or something. Wait, am I nodding to him? That's enough for me? Let's just nod. Your companion looks at you while his yellow eyes seem to behold you, seeking another answer. This one's on me. What? This short rest, it's on me. Okay. Lovely. The sprite light fizzles out just in time. I'm good to go now. Alright, let's get going. Well, that was an interesting conversation. This is where we're going to have to end the episode, but that was very interesting to find out more about how the goblins are in this world. Yeah. Also, we have a new quest. We've got to convert Snell to Earth and make him not hate Earth. That is our new quest. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.